Hi, everyone. It's Stephanie DeMichael, and I want to welcome you to the weekly wrap up, a teeny tiny little show where I share my personal choice of top 5 educational tweets from the past week. Why? Because Twitter is a gold mine of tips, hacks, and info, all freely shared by generous educators. If you don't have a personal learning network, or if you're a little wary of Twitter, please allow me to be your guide. Because social media isn't for everybody, and frankly, you're just super busy. So I'm more than happy to curate good things for you. Now let's get to it with the top 5 tweets from the past week in no particular order. So many teachers with whom I connect lament not being able to keep up with the latest in educational technology. Ladies and gentlemen, behold your solution. Third grade teacher Joanna Martin shares with us probably the coolest classroom job out there, tech assistant. Her students, get this, apply for the role and then have to explore and explain 3 helpful ways that ed tech tool can be implemented. Could not love this more. This is the classroom job we all need, but we didn't know we needed it. Joanna, thank you so much for sharing. Okay, next up.
One of these things is not like the others. One of these things doesn't belong to.
Okay, so if you were raised on Sesame Street, you recognize that song. Those little Sesame Street episodes were hands down my favorite, and apparently my introduction to critical thinking. So curriculum developer Crystal Mencia creates brain busters for which one doesn't belong Wednesdays. But instead of having a right answer, which I think is a great take, her take is pretty brilliant. It's not about what you choose, it's about why. Follow Crystal to grab more of her free ideas and be sure to click on the hashtag in her tweet to slip down the which one doesn't belong Wednesday spiral. I got lost in it for quite a while. Are there days you wish you could clone yourself? Not me. I'm too much as the original version of me, probably too much for everybody. But what if you could stop repeating yourself exactly 376 times a day? Alabama math coach Christy Taylor Benson shared out an easy peasy way to duplicate yourself for students working in stations and working independently. Flipgrid Shorts. I use Shorts all the time for quickie instructional videos, but it's nice to see it here working in action with our littles. Thanks for sharing, Christy. If you're looking for ways for students to take ownership of their learning, this is the account to follow. This is the account to follow. SOUL, which stands for Self-Organized Learning Environments, is a collection of instructional frameworks designed to promote inquiry and foster self-empowerment, student agency. So basically, you don't have to teach the kids things, they get to discover them for themselves. So it all starts not with fancy ed tech materials, but with a big question. And from there, students investigate, explore, search, and question, and then share their discoveries with their peers. Oh, and did I mention that you can do all of this in one lesson period? Yeah. I've used Soul for all kinds of lessons, from ELA to math to art to science to even world languages. And I encourage you, if you want to learn more, click the link in the show notes, but also visit startsoul.org. And finally, if you're tired of your Chromebook chargers walking away each period, try this tip from author and educator Merrill Wyatt. With a little neon duct tape and some Dollar Tree ribbons, you've guaranteed yourself a 100% return rate on your chargers. Oh, and while you're poking around Merrill's Twitter account, be sure to check out the many young adult books she has authored, because that's pretty cool too. And that's it, the top 5 finds on Twitter from the past week. I hope you find them useful for your teacher life. Links from today's show are below. Feel free to share this video with your colleagues or use it in teacher-based teams and faculty meetings. And if you need anything in the way of free coaching or micro-learning opportunities like this one, please don't hesitate to reach out and or check out my contact info in the show notes. I'm Stephanie DeMichael, learning designer and instructional coach with the Educational Service Center of Northeast Ohio. Thank you so much for watching and supporting. I'll see you next week.